before we dive into the actual NBA playoffs, we got to talk about Minnesota. We got to talk about their, Kobe-like over the Celtics jumping on the scorer's table celebration after Game 7, where Minnesota is just popping off. They're following the example of Patrick Beverley. Obviously, Beverley wanted this win. He feels very disrespected by what happened with the Clippers and him being let go. He has not been quiet about that. He has not been shy about that. Before I give my opinion on where I stand on that, where do you stand on the Timberwolves celebration after winning the play-in game?
I like it. I'm glad that these guys care. You just mentioned like the rap that the NBA players get for good reason for the regular season, where a lot of the games don't matter or a lot of them don't care or whatever. I like seeing that they care. Was it over the top? Like, yeah, probably. But it's no different than like a baseball team, when they win a wild card or something. At least to me, like you win the wild card, you start popping champagne, or a college team. Again, we just talked about college. You win a game to go to the Sweet 16, and now you're going crazy. Like it's so to me, it's kind of the same thing. Beverly. It's different for different teams too. I know Minnesota hadn't been to the playoffs in a while, and last time they were there, they were an 8 seed, and they got smashed. But I don't know. I liked it. I wanted to find a way to make fun of it because in the moment I did think it was like ridiculous and silly. But I'm glad seeing that these guys care, and I think it's fun.
I agree. I'm glad seeing these guys care. They took it a little too far. Well, let me back up. Patrick Beverley took it a little too far. Wolves, I didn't see too much out of them, but Beverley definitely had a whole bunch of vitriol coming out of his mouth versus his former team. Take their asses home and all that, long flight to LA and all that stuff. Little much on that one, but it's Patrick Beverley. It's what you get from him. That man has a mouth on him, and he's going to use it. But I agree. I like that they care and that you see that they care, that this wouldn't matter to them. And, in the beginning, they were celebrating it with their fans. And so that I like to see. I like to see them engaging the fan base, no matter what the team is, for the most part, except for Boston and maybe San Antonio and maybe Chicago. But for the most part, I like to see the teams, ingratiating the fans into it, celebrating with them. So I'm more on the JJ Redick side of the argument than I am the other side.
Yeah, I think it's like the stupidest thing that I saw was you did like the Pat Bev and he's crying and like whatever. Like that's fine. That's one that you can analyze. I'm like, maybe too far. But then they showed a picture of like Karl-Anthony Towns kissing his girlfriend. It was like he could have done that after a regular game and like it wouldn't have been too much. So I think people were just hating just to hate.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a way. Yeah.